Hey, Joey Starr here for Starr Quality Kitchen. Carnival 2025 is here! Are you excited? Well, I sure am. Let me tell you why. Carnival do Brasil is an annual festival that is held throughout a lot of Brazil starting on the Friday before Ash Wednesday. It goes on for 6 intense days. Well, officially. Truth be told, it's not unheard of to find celebrations starting up to a week or so early and continuing well past Ash Wednesday, which is pretty understandable as it's the only biggest damn party in the entire world. The first Carnival in Brazil took place way back in 1723 in none other than the city of Rio de Janeiro, but it really goes back further than that because it was brought over by the Portuguese. And if you dig a little more, you will find references to Carnival dating back to ancient Greece to be adopted later by the Roman Catholic Church to celebrate the start of Lent. So what exactly goes on in these celebrations? Well, the central part of Carnival has always been the parades. Since the very first Carnivals, there has always been parades. By the early 1900s, samba music had become a strong proponent in Carnival and raised its popularity immensely, and special theme-based dances were being created just for the next Carnival. Fast forward to modern times and you'll find variation in the celebrations based on the local cultures and histories. But even those variations have a strong root in the fact that they're all about the parades, the music, the dances, the food, vendors, costumes, fashions, and this amazing sense of unity, as Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world and everybody in it is attending the same party. And the top music styles that you'll find at a carnival include samba, of course, as it was the first and still the most popular, frevo, and axé. The largest cities with their own distinct styles of carnival celebration are Bahia, Pernambuco, São Paulo, Espírito Santo, Minas Gerais, where a lot of my family's from, and Rio de Janeiro, which has the largest celebration of all. Already having the notoriety of being the first Brazilian city to celebrate Carnival, it literally has millions of partiers participating every year with around 2 million people in the streets each day. This consists of locals, visitors from other parts of the country, and international tourists. So the significance of Carnaval do Brasil is that of a major holiday. It has ties to religion. Its festivities celebrate the varying cultures around the country, all of its heritage and diversity. This is the time of year where everyone gets to shine. It's culturally beautiful, it's visually stunning, and plays an important role in Brazil's economy. I once spent a few months in Brazil as a teenager for a bit of soul searching, and at the end of that quest, I needed to make a quick but affordable trip back to the US. So the solution to this need was to book my flight home during Carnival because almost nobody leaves Brazil during Carnival. I was in Belo Horizonte, which is a city in Minas Gerais where the Carnival parades are not hosted. So the few days leading up to and including the first day of Carnival left the city with a lot less traffic as many people were traveling out to Ouro Preto or other cities where the big celebrations were taking place. The stores and restaurants had maybe half the customers or less in them during that time. If I stopped somewhere for a prato feito, half the tables would be empty, but in the other half, many patrons would be eating foods that were traditional for Carnival, such as feijoada. I ended up taking a bus from Belo Horizonte all the way to the airport in Rio on the second day of Carnival. If you've never taken a long bus ride from one state to another in Brazil, it's not for the meek. But one thing that I had on my side, besides being lucky enough to coincidentally sit next to the only other American on the bus, is the fact that traffic was very minimal. Besides increasing my chances for survival, it also gave me a unique opportunity to see lots of neighborhoods along the way and these little pockets of celebration going on in smaller towns and cities. Let's just say that whatever craziness you've seen or heard about at Mardi Gras doesn't hold a candle to how wild it gets on these streets. When I arrived at Galeão, the airport was practically empty, and I got there with roughly 10 hours until my flight. I you not when I say I didn't see more than 25 people in total the whole time I was there. This is including staff, a layover of people on their way to Italy, and a small number of people who boarded my flight. And any place that staff were stationed, such as check-in, boarding, security, etc., you would find them watching the Rio Carnaval celebration on TV as they literally had nothing else to do. And security had even told me that even in the city and beyond, anyone not attending or participating in the festivals are just watching it on TV. In Brazil, Carnaval is bigger than the Olympics. Carnaval do Brasil, the biggest party in the world taking place right now. If you've never been, put it on your bucket list because it is just amazing and you truly have not seen anything like it. Truth be told, I did not even scratch the surface on everything that is Carnival. I'm just raising a little bit of awareness here. I will post links in the description box below where you can read more about Carnival, and possibly watch some of the broadcasts. And if you know of any links to videos or streams of this year's or past year's Carnival, feel free to post them in the comments for others to see. I promise to thank you for it. Keep an eye out next week where I'll show you how to make what is arguably the most popular Brazilian dish to eat during Carnival. Feijoada. Thank you so much for watching Starr Quality Kitchen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and star. Laters.